Hey, welcome to my spiritual journal with me, day 29, with your soul sister, Iona, host of the Soul Legacy TV YouTube podcast. So welcome if you are watching or if you are listening, wherever you are. If you are new to me, I'm going to be talking about my spiritual journal, my spiritual routine, and you are welcome to journal with me. I've got my notebook. And I'm going to be referring to it throughout this episode. Everything that I talk about, I will leave all the links in the description and in the comments. I have a masterclass that I will invite you to and a free chapter for my book, so stay tuned for that. If you're not subscribed to the Soul Legacy TV or following along, then consider subscribing and clicking a like on the video or a like wherever you're watching and the notification button on YouTube so that you can get notified when I go live. And I have the lovely Robin Knott on with me live from the Energy Healing TV and podcast. Hey love, Robin says. So hey love, thank you for joining me, Robin. I just saw your, I don't even know what's going on with my hair. I didn't look in the mirror. I just saw that you were messaging me privately, and I'm thinking, Robin, I'm going live. So we are going to do the spiritual journal with me. So today is Contribution Freedom Monday. So you can tell that because I'm wearing my red t-shirt. So I'm going to be talking about contribution. So if you are new to me and you're not familiar with the Soul Legacy Journal, I will share with you what I cover in my spiritual journal. So you can journal along with me, pause me if you're watching on the replay, and what my routines and rituals actually do for me and what I actually teach my students, and how all of the stuff is manifesting. I love it. So let me share the title of this because I absolutely love it. I don't have my spiral bound notebook. I have that available on Lulu. This one is available on Amazon, and it's 365 days of your spiritual awakening story, a co-created soul path to spiritual alchemy for light workers. So if you are a light worker, you have a soul-based business, we're going to be talking about that light work and lifestyle balance. And so you're not going out in the world and contributing, being busy, being broke, or being burnt out. We're actually focusing on that light work balance. And as I mentioned, I have my book, which is, there's a free chapter to my book. I will launch my book. The pre-order will be on the 6th of May. And I will be birthing that book launch on the 6th of May the following year. So I will leave that down in the description as well. It's called Spiritual YouTubers from Scratch, a soul-guided influencers compass to leveraging your light work and lifestyle on YouTube. And that's kind of what I'm going to talk about today with the leveraging. Robin says, I just got home. Well, at Mum's, that's where Robin is residing, and that's your environment. So if you are new to me, let me just share with you what I cover in this spiritual journal with me daily vlog, and why. And I'm also going to be pulling a Keepers of the Light. Let me make sure it's not the right way around. Wait a minute. I'm not going to share. The Keepers of the Light card at the end. Stay to the end. This is the most beautiful card ever. I will try to keep today short and sweet. Part of my spiritual routines and rituals just support me as the founder of the Soul Legacy Academy and producer of the Spiritual Biz YouTubers Network, because I'm just like, it just fuels me. I've got a really big vision, a really big mission. So do invite fellow light workers in. If you know that they'll resonate with journaling. There's a lot of everybody that comes to me journals in some form. Let me know if you have been journaling, if you've dropped off, what kind of journaling you do. And if you are watching in the Soul Legacy Academy, then you will have access to what I call my 7 Freedoms monthly coaching and mentoring calls on these, on contribution and on the 7 Freedoms I talk about. So my spiritual journal and my routine starts with Mondays. So whenever you're watching or you're listening to this, for me at the time, it's Monday. And I talk about how you can contribute in your light work and your lifestyle. We all have a big vision and mission. Well, some of us have a big vision and mission. I have a very big vision and mission. And usually the people that come to me have a movement inside of them. And I have the Soul Legacy movement as part of me contributing in the world And the idea and the vision is to reach 100,000 light workers and soul-based business owners to support you guys in living your best, living your best life. I don't know what I ate last. Living your best life while you make a difference in the world and taking care of you and your family, your loved ones. I talk about soul client income, soul family influence, and soul tribe impact. Those are the 3 areas that I wanted support on, and that's what I support you guys on. So today is Contribution Freedom Monday. What does contribution mean to you? How do you want to contribute in the world, in your light work and your lifestyle, like contributing in your home? What does contribution mean to you? I have a spiritual vision board challenge, and if you are not familiar with that, I will leave it in the cards and in the description so you can get clear on how you want to contribute in the world. On Tuesday, part of my contribution is this daily vlog, keeping myself accountable, doing my own spiritual journal, my own spiritual routines, my own spiritual rituals, so that as a soul-based business owner, I can show up, speak out, and serve deep. So part of the way that I wanted to contribute as doing a vision board challenge was each area of my life. I wanted to break my life down and build it up so it was just amazing. So on a Tuesday, I talk about health freedom. That's my way of contributing, not only to myself and my family and being a role model, but to you guys as well. So everything that I do in my spiritual journal and my spiritual routines and rituals, I can then take that and then teach it. Literally everything that I do, I think it's just the most beautiful way to have a conversation online, to share content online that's authentic, that's raw, and that's real. There's a lot of YouTubers that will create a lot of content and worry about the content, and I just click the button, get my spiritual journal, and I go and I talk about my health. And I've just done Insanity actually for the first time in a while, because I'd injured myself doing it. I talk about health freedom, and so it's health freedom tomorrow, and I'm like, okay, what else do I need to do? But I'll go into that tomorrow. So, and I'll talk about me doing my workout. I've done Insanity for years, on and off, which you have to be insane to do it. I talk about on Wednesdays as my level of contribution, emotional freedom, which is huge. And if you know anything about manifesting as a light worker, and if you know of any, and if you're ever pushed and pulled by your emotions, if you're empathic, which I am, Robin's an empath as well. Robin on the Energy Healing TV and podcast talks about being an empath and energy healing and that lifestyle and absorbing other people's emotions and thinking, oh, they're yours and they're not, or that lineage of people passing down emotions, and then getting a handle on what's actually yours and managing that so you can manifest what you want, but also passing that down, to the generations. Sometimes the cycle has to stop with us, the negative cycles. I mean, on a Thursday, I talk about environmental freedom, which is just like, it lights me up. And being online as a spiritual business owner, taking your gifts offline and online, doing retreats, whatever it is that you want to do. But I wanted to travel while I teach, and earn while I learn. That's financial freedom on a Sunday. So me contributing is a way of figuring stuff out that I wanted to figure out myself and then sharing it. So environmental freedom, I'll go into that even more. Let me know if you've been following me, you've been watching me, and you have done the spiritual vision board challenge, which this will make more sense if you do it. And again, I'll leave it in the cards and the descriptions. It's 1 week and one subject every single day to support you, and then we journal on it. On a Friday, it is Relationship Freedom Friday, and I've got to say it's absolutely my favorite day. Your relationships with your soul clients, your soul family, and your soul tribe, and the relationship with you, obviously, relationship with the universe, all the things. And then Saturday is spiritual freedom, and then Sunday is financial freedom. That is me contributing. So I'm talking about contribution freedom today, but sharing how I simply contribute. I actually do my spiritual routines and rituals, and then I share them on the live, and that is my content on a daily. It ends up being like an hour. It's kind of supposed to be short, but I talk a lot. I have a lot to say. I want to share. So that's it, a daily live, which I'm committed to. I did drop off gracefully, intentionally. I talk about intentional living. That was very intentional. And Robin Knott does her energy healing lifestyle daily vlogs, if you haven't seen that, or if you haven't heard what Robin and I are doing together. So for those of you who don't know, Robin is the lead soul guided instructor for the SoulLegacyAcademy.com and for the Spiritual Biz YouTubers Network, which I'm so excited about as we grow and as we plan, as we envision, as we manifest, all the things. Love it. So let's talk about what is in my spiritual journal with me. So I've been back, and I came back last Monday, so I journaled. So what this is, this Soul Legacy journal, I'm rubbing it, right? It's beautiful. I like to use a digital journal called Penzu. It's a Penzu app, penzu.com. But here, I'm actually probably going to spread it to 2 pages because 1 page is not enough. But I will have an actual journal. So I'm putting my process in a notebook, and then I will have a journal. So Robin says, thank you for the shout out. You are welcome. You are so welcome, my beautiful soul sister. So, so contribution freedom. And then I journaled on all of the freedoms that I talked about. So if you've got a journal and you've been following with me, go to the next page on your journal, take some notes. A lot of people say to me, I took some notes. Do you remember when you said this? And I kind of don't always remember what I said. Most of the time I don't remember what I said. The theme is there, but it just flows. So today I did contribution freedom in red pen. Every single day I do a different pen. So red is Monday. So I talk about, for my spiritual routine and ritual, let me know if this resonates. If you're watching on the replay, it's like, oh, I haven't actually thought of contributing the way I want to contribute, and I haven't really got clarity on it. And this helps to give you clarity on it. So I talk about your vision, your values, and your vibration. And then part of my spiritual routine is, I call it soul funk to soul flow. And I have a cheers to financial freedom, frequency, gratitude, which I say every single day, or I write down. I have my gratitude. Where's my gratitude? I have my gratitude rock, a heart rock. My daughter actually found that and gave it to me, a heart shape. I think it's so cute. And then I have my North Star statement, just to give me direction on a daily basis. And then I have my card, which I pulled, which is amazing. I'll share that with you. Again, let me know what you do for your spiritual routine if it resonates. Have you been inspired by me at all and thought, yeah, I'll include that, or no, I don't want to do that, I do this instead? Let me know, because I'm always learning from you. Robin says 444. This project was built on the 4s. This project was built on the 444. So I love that you get that. And that's the contribution. I got this idea for the Soul Legacy Journal about, it's coming up for 4 years in June. And I was in my twin flame union then, I'm not now. And we wanted to have lifestyle, light work and lifestyle balance. And this is something that just developed. I've journaled for nearly 10 years, I think. But this has developed as in a process that I wanted for myself. And then when I've shared it, people are like, oh yeah, I get it. Okay, cool. So I have a North Star statement. I have my card. I have my red jasper crystal, my chakra crystal, because is it the root chakra? It's root chakra today, right, Robin? So Robin Knott has a chakra 7-day to unblock your chakras challenge, which I've done. And on your channel, Robin talks about an energy healing lifestyle. So she follows on from her chakras, and on a daily basis, she'll do unblocking your chakras and focus on a chakra every single day. So I believe that it's root chakra on a Monday, right? And you'll do your live. And usually, because I'm in the UK, sometimes I miss Robin. I like to go on live and you come on my live. So I really appreciate that. So I've got my crystal, so I'm ready, clearing my energy. And I talk about how I launch my day, lead my day, and leave my day. That is Soul Legacy. As the founder of the Soul Legacy Academy, again, if you're watching, we can talk about this on the calls, how you want to launch your day, lead your day, and leave your day. That is your Soul Legacy, that expression, how you wake up. Everybody says, oh, you know, really successful people have morning routines. And I wanted to go beyond a morning routine. It's like, do you leave? We have 24 hours in a day. So as we do this process through the 7 freedoms frequency, all of the areas is the 7 freedoms. We want to live intentionally. So 24 hours in a day, that's what we get. So many people say to me, I don't have time, don't have money, and don't have energy. It's like, where are you going to get the time? Where are you going to get the money, and where are you going to get the energy from? Because somebody's not going to just come and control your life for you or give you all those things if you believe that you manifest and you're a co-creator. So again, a co-created soul path to spiritual alchemy for light workers. Lots of people say I'm an alchemist and alchemizing. Are you alchemizing to the degree that you want to? So as you go through your spiritual awakening journey, I don't believe it's for nothing. I talk about this, and I will talk about spiritual awakening stories on the #1 Spiritual Awakening Annual YouTube Summit, October through to April. And I'll be interviewing fellow YouTubers, soul guided influencers, healers, speakers, teachers, gurus, and soul guided influencers on their spiritual awakening story and how they've used that to actually contribute into the world. So we've got no excuse really. So how you launch your day goes beyond the morning routine, how you lead your day, how you move into your day and carry on your day. Sometimes we drop off, sometimes our energy dips, sometimes something happens. So all the things, life happens, right? And then how we leave our day is like when you look back and you reflect on your day, like, yeah, today was a good day. That's your legacy. We only get in the moment, we only get now. We're not promised another day, but I want to make sure that I leave every single day the best it can be. And that doesn't mean perfection. It doesn't mean to say that I don't have those days. Yesterday, I did my live on Financial Freedom Sunday, and I had one of those days. I showed up in my pajamas. It was a Mother's Day here in the UK. And if you are familiar with me, and if you're not, I have 2 children. My son made his transition almost 7 years ago, and 12 days before his 20th birthday, he got knocked off his motorbike. I had one of those days, but I still showed up. I still did my live, didn't make it an excuse, and I left my day in a way that was good for me. But the whole day I was pushed and pulled. How I launched it wasn't normally how I launch it. How I led it wasn't normally how I lead it. But I gave myself grace in that moment. Robin says, yes, root chakra healing Mondays. Whoop, whoop. And as you launch, leads, and leave your soul legacy, what you might notice, as what I've noticed journaling, and I know that you've noticed, Robin, as well, you know, stuff comes up, resistance comes up, resistance and releasing, right? And so as you're doing your soul legacy journal, whatever you want to journal in, I'd love to know and hear from you, whether it's on the Soul Legacy TV YouTube channel or within the Soul Legacy Academy on the 7 Freedoms calls. I have an intake form on every monthly call. It's a 2-hour call. It's a bonus for my boot campers because I do believe in your light work and your lifestyle for sure. It's valued at $77 a month. If you just want that, you can. I know that stuff comes up along the way, and having somebody who is, I say, light-minded really, really, really does matter. To not do this alone, because stuff will come up as we want to contribute into the world in a big way. And we have our, as I say, movement, your message, and your money, and we want to align them and automate them. We don't always know how. Stuff comes up, that vision. I help you with the vision. I'll help you with your values, getting in alignment, making sure that you are contributing in a way that feels really good. So I wanted to contribute in alignment with my values. My values, some of them are fun. If it's not fun, I'm just not doing it. I'm not doing it. So I didn't want to get on YouTube and create a bunch of flashy videos with this editing, that, because I like to have a conversation. My love language is one of my love languages is words of affirmation. That's my second. Was my top. It fluctuates between quality time and words, but even quality time, this is quality time. So it speaks to my love language. It fuels my soul. It's not something that I dread. I do think, oh my gosh, I've got to get on my life, so I can't have alcohol before I get on my life. But if I want to, I can do it in the morning. So just having that conversation. I talk about having calls to conversation as part of your contribution. And I wanted to contribute in that way. So, and I lost my train of thought. So contributing in the way that is in alignment with your vision and your mission, and automating that. So values. So honesty, fun, integrity. There's a lot of people, just about every single person online, that tells you go out there and build a list. The money's in the list. And we talk about financial freedom on a Sunday, which was yesterday. We'll talk about it again, and we'll talk about raising your vibration with money in a second. I did not want to go out there and build a list. I was sick of people telling me go out and build a list. I'm like, I don't want to build an email list of people and have them as names and numbers. I want to leave a legacy. Show me how to legacy build instead. And there wasn't anybody showing me, so I was like, okay, it's gonna be me. And that's how I contribute. That's how I was like, let me just do it. So that is my vision, and this is me showing up, speaking on serving deep values. Let me know what your values are for your business. Is it honesty? Is it integrity? Is it authenticity? What is it that makes you tick? If you're doing something that isn't in alignment, chances are you're not going to have as much fun doing it. Chances are it's going to feel like a chore, and chances are you're going to feel like it's taking over your life, or it drags you down, or you don't look forward to it. I love it. I love my work. I don't feel like I'm working. I put effort in, but it feels effortless. And anyone that knows me will vouch for that. When I'm on my calls privately and publicly, when I'm on call, I will stay on a VIP day that somebody has won, right? That's gone through my challenge. I have a 5-day YouTube from scratch challenge. It's called a soul guided influence. No, a 5-day fast track movement marketing model for soul guided influencers. It's $55. Go and get it. I love it. I don't even know if the link's on there, but if you go to SoulLegacyAcademy.com, you can go and enroll or go for a preview. That's the start of my work. I have a boot camp and I have a mastermind. That is how I want to contribute in the world. I also have a masterclass that will teach you what it is that I do. I love it. So that's my vision, my values. My values are that spending time with my family, making sure that I am aligning and automating my work, because I don't know about you, but some people get so chained to their business. Don't get me wrong, I do work a lot. And when I'm working on a project, I'm all in. However, that's short term, it's not for the long term. So let me know on the Spiritual Vision Board Challenge. I do share, and I give you what I call a North Star values list, so for each area of your life, so that you can really get in alignment with your values and really own it as a spiritual business owner. So that was vision. I looked at my vision board today just to see what was on it. Know that it was health freedom coming up tomorrow, and I was like, oh yeah. Know that it's contribution freedom. So I'm looking back at the week and seeing how have I contributed and how can I contribute. Vibration, raising my vibration every single day. What I do for my spiritual routine and my spiritual ritual as part of this Soul Legacy journal and spiritual journaling with me is vibration. And I share with you, or this Soul Legacy journal shares with you, a money voucher. If you have, as a light worker, as a soul-based business owner, don't do what you do for the money, great, love it. However, if it's a business, then it needs to make you money. Otherwise, it's not a business, right? It's an expensive hobby or a charity. So we do have that money element. However, lots of people have money blocks. And I have had money blocks to the nth degree, to the point where I ended up homeless and bankrupt and all of the things. And I moved from a poverty consciousness to a prosperity consciousness. And I was talking about this yesterday, so I won't go into it now. But the vibrational money voucher I give you as part of this Soul Legacy journal. How cool is that? What coach gives you money, right, to spend? And so every day, and this was inspired by somebody just messaged me on LinkedIn. I really need to turn my notifications off. Robin says, "Gotta run, love you." Love you too, beautiful. I've come on later. Thank you, Robin, for spending this time with me. You're at minute 25, I'll remember. What was I saying? So the vibrational money voucher, which Robin knows all about it, it was inspired by Abraham, Jerry and Esther Hicks in the book Asking It Is Given. Excuse me. They have a game called the Prosperity Game. Excuse me. And they give you 1,000. My daughter's sending love you messages as well. Oh. And they give you £1,000. No, they give you £1,000 and 2,000. And on day 5, 5,000. Then day 50, 50,000. If you do it for a year, they say that you spend 66 million. I didn't want to do that, but the idea is to be in vibrational match and try on spending money without any risks or what have you. But as light workers, as I said, you know, we don't do what we do for the money, but giving and receiving and allowing, as Robin says, is huge. So what I didn't realize is before I came across the book Asking It Is Given, I listened to some tapes from I think his name's Frederick Lerman. Anyway, I can't remember his name. I talked about prosperity consciousness. It's an audiobook that I listen to now, and he had done this game in the cassette tapes years ago, and I didn't actually realize. And so it was only yesterday when I went back to listen to it again, I was like, oh my gosh. So I have to give props to that as well for playing this game. And he says, you know, if you were to be given $1,000, what would you do with it if you were to spend it in 24 hours? That's what I want to know. What would you do with it? And he said, you know, what if we did this for 30 days? What if we did this for 6 months? Could you handle doing that? And what if we did it for 3 years or 2 years and 9 months? You'd actually spend $1 million. So I invite you to share and spend your money, your vibrational money, and let me know how you find it. My version is called the Soul Income Game. Bank 50k in 50 days. So at least do it for 50 days, commit to doing it for 50 days. I will just keep doing it anyway. And we reset every week. So in my masterclass, the Spiritual Biz YouTubers Masterclass, I talk about speaking, serving, and signing up your high-paying soul clients, one-to-many soul clients. So here on the daily vlog and the Spiritual Journal with Me vlog, it's a way for us to do things vibrationally, try them on, get a feel, get really clear on our vision, and then go for it in the physical world. So as in the Soul Legacy Academy and my Soul Legacy Launch Blueprint, author and authority media platform and mastermind, I'll show you how to actually do that, right? Work one-to-many and build a spiritual business model where you could actually bank 50k in 50 days with 9 clients, 90 clients, or 900, right? Whatever. So my version for the Soul Income Game, again, I'll leave that masterclass down in the comments and I'll pin it in the comments so you can click, you can join me live, or you can watch the replay. I just said it yesterday so you can watch the replay. It's a 4-hour training. Actually, that one's 5 hours. You've got 48 hours to watch it. And if you go into the Soul Legacy Academy, then you will get bonus gifts. And if you want a free chapter of my book, you can have that, and I actually have a free VIP day where my free chapter VIP day, it's called, where you start, grow and launch your spiritual business online with a book launch. So I have that. It's a group VIP day. I would love to serve you on it. So with my version of the Bank 50k in 50 days, we have, with the Soul Income Game, for this voucher, for this Soul Legacy Journal, the Spiritual Journal, and you do not get to save any of the money because you've got savings according to this game and this process. I want you to feel that vibration, and you don't get to pay bills with it, right? You don't. I want you to feel like all of your bills are covered. So those are the 2 things. The third thing is to tithe 10%. You know how you want to, like, I want to give and I want to tithe, I want to do all the things. And if I had lots of money, I would do. So let's do it energetically. So the cause that I give to every single day at 10% is called Cruise Bereavement Care. I actually had someone, a volunteer from Cruise Bereavement Care, come and sit on my couch and support me when my son passed 6 months after. She was supposed to be with me like 6 weeks or something, and she ended up with me for about 6 months. And she's a really dear friend now. After a period of time of not seeing her, and she's now a friend. So I've just got a notification. I need to turn them off. So that's the Soul Income Game. The other thing, the last thing is that if you don't have time to spend it every single day, and I decided not to spend mine every single day unless something comes up and I want to spend it. And so I'll wait until Sunday, and then I'll just do all of my spending then, because you get £1,000, dollars, or euros wherever you are. So mine's UK pounds. But sometimes you want to, if you want to make a bigger purchase, then you can do it on the Sunday. So Robin Knott of the Energy Healing TV and podcast said yesterday she put a down payment on a motorhome. It's like, yes. And I will leave Robin to say how her journey is going with the Soul Income Game. That's not for me to share, but I know that she's enjoying it. She's really excited, and that's lovely. So we'll talk about it as we go on. For me, for my spending, yesterday I bought a holiday to Ibiza, and I was just like basking in it, blah blah blah. And then today, so the idea is to try that vibration on and see how your life pans out, see how opportunities that just present themselves. And so today I got offered to go to Trinidad and Tobago, and for in a flat, an apartment, for free. I'm like, you what? So just flights. And I'm like, what? Absolutely. Hence me jumping up and doing my insanity ready for my beach body. So I love environments like that. I love beaches. I love what have you. So that's just like, you know, even though things might not come to you back in physical money, I didn't have to work hard for it. I didn't have to do anything. I had a conversation that transpired. It's like, yeah, of course. I'm like, really? Oh, okay. That was just fantastic. And Robin has been manifesting today, and I can't wait for her to share. And just doing that, spending our vibrational money. She had a big manifestation just the very next day, like less than 24 hours. So let me know if you are doing the Soul Income Game with me. Within the Soul Legacy Academy, I have the online training portal, which has the Soul Income Game laid out. And so every single day it will reveal a day, and I've put it in the online training portal. These videos will be in the online training portal. Excuse me. And I also have a Trello board, which has this 50 days laid out. So we do the visible, the vibrational world, and in the visible world. I love it. It was something that I had set for my level of contribution. I talk about contribution freedom and financial freedom as light workers. Like, yeah, we want to make our difference in the world, or yeah, we want to chase after money's in the list. And I wanted to have both. I didn't want to have like that pendulum swinging, and I also wanted to have everything else in between: my health, emotions managed, environment, relationship, and my spiritual freedom. And I wasn't going to settle for anything less. And going through a dark night of the soul, and going through this is part of my spiritual ascension journey, and that's spiritual alchemy. So on the #1 Spiritual Awakening Annual YouTube Summit, I will be talking about and having fellow YouTubers, spiritual YouTubers, share their story and then contribute to the giveaway. And you'll find that on the SoulLegacyAcademy.com as well. It's $11.11 just because it's a gateway just to go into that giveaway. We'll have the YouTube podcast, and then we'll have the audios as well, and we'll have transcripts. I'm really excited. It starts in October. Had to delay it. I also have a Spiritual Awakening co-author book series for my Bootcampers. Again, I've had to delay that. I had to go back on my the back end of my spiritual business automate it, align it. I've spent the last year aligning it, pivoted in the pandemic, and then I've automated it. So you can sign up for my my book funnel for my free chapter. You can sign up for my masterclass. You can sign up for my 5-day challenge and have a preview. You can get bonuses for the masterclass. You can sign up for my community. If you once you join the masterclass within the Soul Legacy Academy, it's in a Thinkific site. And so all masterclass attendees are invited to join my Soul Guided Influencers joint vision partner monthly call, which I'm just to network, right? As part of the Spiritual Business Users Network. We have a Telegram channel, which I want to grow, and so we moved off the Facebook and WhatsApp. I just wasn't aligned with the staff, and I wanted to have my contribution in a way that in a place that was aligned, right? So that's my level of contribution. So I didn't. I'm going to do the card. So how I launch my day, doing my spiritual journal and my spiritual routines, is through meditation with Dr. Wayne Dyer and our meditation. If you go onto YouTube, you'll find it. And our meditation is beautiful. It talks about clearing the chakras as you're doing your root chakra to the third eye. It gives affirmations, visualizations. Just it's really beautiful. It talks about awakening and just everything, setting your intentions. I love it. I hadn't meditated for years. I used that meditation years ago. It's come back into my world full force. I really recommend it. I launched my day doing my journal. Obviously, then I do my light work. I haven't done any work today. To be fair, this is my first work that I've done. I've gone on my walk. I've done my exercises. I met a new friend. I just chilled today. To be fair, after yesterday, I felt like I needed it. How I lead my day with a book called Published and my walk. I actually did 2 walks today, and then I've got a quote. I'm going to share this about this book called Published by Chandler Bolt. It's published, and then the tagline is the proven path from blank page to published author. And so within the Soul Legacy Academy, I talked about having the co-author book series. I've been a co-author of 3 books. The last one, the third one that's coming out next month, actually, well, in a few days, is called The Secret Child, Life After Loss. It's about my son, the journey, and a journey to coming to launching the Soul Legacy Journal. So I'm really, really grateful for that. I haven't got a link to it, but I will. You'll be able to get that on Amazon. I should be signed up as a co-author for it at some point, so it'll be on my Amazon page, and I believe that's in the description. So that I'm really excited to share. It's parents sharing the loss of their children. So I talk about authorship, writing articles, getting featured, doing all of those things, writing your own book. And so my 5-day challenge, the five days, the spiritual YouTubers challenge for spiritual YouTube 5-day spiritual YouTubers challenge, is because the book is, the challenge is at the core of the book, that 5 days. And I wanted to create a book. Chandler Bolt actually talks about a guy called Hal Elrod. I don't know if you know him, the author of The Miracle Morning. He's amazing. And he had a 30-day challenge in his book, and I was like, I want a challenge, but mine's a paid challenge. There is a free preview. It's a self-study challenge. It's not a Facebook challenge. I didn't want to do a Facebook challenge. I wanted to do a YouTube challenge, and I share with you how to create your own YouTube challenges. And so it's self-study and it's beautiful. So I don't have to be there again. Aligning and automating, that is how I wanted to contribute passive income. It's $55. And then I have an upgraders challenge. So it literally, all the content is there. And if you want to upgrade, actually, I have a monthly call, which is 30 minutes just for Q&A, just for the students who've gone through the 5 days. If you do want to upgrade, I have the Q&A, and it is October through to April. at 7:30 p.m. UK time, Monday to Friday. Again, I'm able to have that, I call it a call to conversation. In the masterclass, I talk about this framework that I'm sharing with you, and I give you a download of my actual model, of my actual spiritual business YouTubers model, working one to many. And so the next thing that follows on for that is my 12-week boot camp. And that is about launching, leading, and leaving your soul legacy, but getting featured, getting your online program created, getting your own masterclass created, doing your YouTube channel, all those things, right? Being featured in the media, all the things, working with joint vision partnerships, getting your socials handled. I just loved it. I've invested a lot. And so that's $555. And then, excuse me, part of me saying about tithing is bringing in a soul accountability buddy student. So I wanted to contribute in that way. So if you bring a buddy in with you, I call it a soul accountability buddy student, and you pay full pay, it's $250 for you each. And you just come in. I love it because it's automated. When you sign up, you get 12 weeks delivered to you. I don't have to be there. I can be on the beach, I could be wherever, I could be in Trinidad and Tobago, and you can go through it, right? So the upgrade is challenge October through to April. The first Monday week of the month at 7:30 p.m. UK time. It's that upgrade is for the 5-day challenge and the boot camp, and I talk about this in the masterclass and sharing the bonuses as well. And then I give you a bank 50k in 50 days challenge homework so that you can start implementing. And then I have the mastermind, which is 55 where I talk about YouTube ads and your book and all of this stuff. I'm learning as I go, and I'm sharing with my masterminders, and it feels really good. The boot camp, you get a gifted spot into, if it's a soul match, into my co-author program, and the Soul Legacy Journal, Spiritual Awakening Stories of 365. So if you have a spiritual awakening story inside of you and you want to be a co-author, you want to be writing then and sharing your gifts with the world, then absolutely. So in this book, Chandler Bolt talks about writing. He talks about the limiting beliefs that some people have about writing and being a self-published author. Being so he names lots of things. I think I'm on chapter 3, and he talks about people not thinking they have enough time, people thinking that they have to be some big guru or big expert, people thinking that there's a lot of tech involved, thinking, you know, it takes the longest time to write a book, all these things. And I love his work. And he mentions Hallel Rod doing his self-publishing of his own book, not his first book, but his second book. And I love it. So he's taught lots of people to publish their books. So that's the book that I read today. I've been listening to on Audible, and I will listen again on the Monday. Before I pull the card for the day and wrap up, because I don't want to go on too long, I want to share this quote with you. And then part of my spiritual journal, my rituals and my routine in my spiritual journal with me is in my digital journal. I'll screenshot everything, times, synchronicities, just to say to the universe, thank you for showing me that evidence. I'm focusing on this. Thank you for showing me the evidence. This is a quote. It says, I think by Seneca, I don't know how you say it, by 43 SC, exactly. So luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. I want to say, when somebody said to me, oh, you know, you can go to Trinidad for a holiday, I've got a flat out there, just, you know, go anytime, you and your daughter. I'm like, oh, wow. And I'm like, I can do that and not miss a beat by doing my lives. I'm not miss a beat from my work. I can get up because I work from home and go anywhere in the world that's got an internet connection. How cool is that? That is like, when luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. So are you prepared? That is what I want to say. Are you prepared? So this card is from The Keepers of the Light by Kyle Gray. It's called Lady Nada. I've not actually pulled this card before. So it says, oh, where am I going? Heart Awakening. Now, if you watched yesterday, so I have this in a playlist, right? If you watched yesterday's, the day before, I think it's day 26, you'll know that this card really rings true every day. So Heart Awakening, awaken to accept and to acceptance and divine love, give and receive in balance. I love that. Give and receive in balance. So Robin Knott will actually resonate with that. Give and receive in balance. So Robin says, I allow and receive with gratitude. I love it. So give and receive in balance. Don't just be going out there giving your stuff away for free. Give and receive in balance. There you go. All right. So Lady Nada is said to be another incarnation of Mary Magdalene. Okay. But even if she is, the energies are slightly different. Lady Nada, Nada, I don't know how to say it, is a mighty spiritual priestess of love who once existed in the land of Atlantis. She is the light force that helps us awaken to our heart the divine love we deserve. The light keeper whose essence allows the light within our heart to expand, revealing a true, real, naked, and vulnerable aspect of our soul. She brings an opportunity to experience divine love, whether through a relationship, adventure, or experience. Eek! I love that. She brings an opportunity to experience divine love, whether through a relationship, adventure, or an experience. Definitely. That manifested for me today. That is pretty cool. And I read this morning. I pulled this in the morning after my journaling. So my rating today is an 11. I don't even know if I did my rating today. I rate between a 1 and 11 how high vibe I feel, how connected I feel to my higher self. It's an 11, just for the record. Very good. Okay. So the extended message is: the cave of your heart is opening wide for you to experience divine love. You have an opportunity to overcome past pain, heartbreak, and letdowns. It was big for me yesterday. Whew. This is a wonderful time to cherish and love yourself, and then allow yourself to be cherished and loved by others. It's a bit cool, isn't it? Do you allow yourself to be cherished and loved by others? Absolutely. Arms wide open. Yes. More of that, please. If you feel love revealing itself clearly in your heart, have courage and move into a state of trust. Do you trust your heart? I do, actually. I really do. It's beautiful. Being in my twin flame union and then surrendering that has been amazing, and the most amazing experience. I now trust myself, and I know how to love a man fully. And that is super powerful for me, because I'm at the age of 48 and I hadn't seen super healthy relationships. And, you know, we had a healthy relationship, and the idea was to have a healthy breakup, wasn't, or an ending to that cycle, just that completion. It didn't end up being as healthy as I would like. On my side, it was healthy. However, the things that transpired made it complete. Do you get what I mean? It's beautiful. If you feel love revealing itself clearly in your heart, have the courage to move into a state of trust. You are reminded that when true love is present, when divine love is present, there are no obstacles to overcome. Oh, that's big. You are reminded that when true love is present, when divine, hopefully you can still hear me, to launch, lead, and leave my day. So that's my alarm at 2022, I think. To leave my day reading Think and Grow Rich. So that is what I will be doing. as the weeks go on. There are no obstacles to overcome. It will be there, clear, pure, and real for you to experience. Your relationships are being brought into harmony on all levels of your life. Give and receive divine love with yourself and all those around you. I think I've got to read that again before I go to bed, because that is huge. All right, that is it for the Soul Legacy Journal. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I love you. I appreciate you. All the links are going to be in the cards and in the description. Subscribe to the Soul Legacy TV if you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, share it out, invite somebody in, do all the things. Click the notification button so you get notified when I do go live daily on my Spiritual Journal with Me vlogs. This is Iona Mead signing off, and I shall see you in another video. Mwah. Big love. Take care.